Yo, what's going on, y'all, man? It's your boy ChaseVibez back with another video. As y'all can see, the background's a little bit different right now. I got the hills in the background. I'm gonna kind of like spend like the first 30 minutes of the tutorial kind of like giving y'all some more information about like what's been going on in my life. Recently moved out here to LA. Had to split my crib in the hills. Gotta mention that. I've been working with artists like Warhols, Jazz Cartier, pulled up the sessions with Guap Dad 4000, major artists like them, super cool dudes. Cousin Stiz, Cousin Stiz is probably one of the funniest rappers I've met besides Guap. But yeah, man, just a lot's been going on. Y'all make sure to go check out my Instagram page. Alright, so I know it's been a while since I made a virtual tutorial. I know a lot of y'all been DMing me about like when's the next virtual tutorial gonna be, like we want to see more virtual. So I'm like, alright, cool, let's go ahead and do it. So I'm gonna go ahead and go into my go-to drum kit available on drumify.com. I don't want to plug myself too much, but I'm gonna go down to my vibe scales. I'm gonna go down to minor and select C sharp minor. It's just one of my go-to scales I like doing. I'm gonna go to Serum. I'm gonna go into my bank that I'm working on. I'm gonna go in here and get a pluck that I made. It's been super fun to sound design and stuff, but I'm not sure when I'm gonna have it out. But y'all can get any pluck that you want. I typically start out with a pluck whenever making these style melodies. And what I'm gonna do is go to the root note that's selected in the scale, which would be C sharp. And then kind of just build a chord from around there. I personally know some music theory, but basically if you don't, you can also use scales to kind of help you. Even though I know music theory, I'm still gonna use scales just because it's quicker on my eyes. So I'm gonna skip every other highlighted note. And just like that, you make your first chord. And you can do what you call an inversion. Take the third, this is called the root or the first. This is the third, and then this is the fifth. So I take the third, I raise it up an octave. And that gives it that cool effect. And if you want to make the chord more full, what you can do is have that up, take the root, and then take the fifth, copy it down, and that makes a more full chord. Put this back down. Makes a lot more full chords rather than just this. So let's just go ahead and build a chord, and then I'll do that with the rest of the chords. So. Alright, y'all, so this is the melody that I went ahead and came up with. Yeah, it's really got like that Uzi feel to it. But yeah, so I went ahead and transposed it into the key of D minor. I sped up the BPM to 153. I felt like that was a lot better. Now what I'm going to go ahead and do is layer it with another sound. So I'm gonna go ahead and go into Serum. I'm gonna go into a different bank. I'm going to go into Synthetics and Bartow's Serum bank. I'm gonna go ahead and get one of these like synths. Maybe it would be kind of cool. Alright, y'all, so I went ahead and layered it with this second sound in Etzo Benny's Titan Serum Bank. It's a pad called Pulse. This is what it sounded like normally. I went ahead and went into one of my ChaseVibez mixing and effects presets that I'm working on for, a surprise little kit thing available on Drumify in the future. But this is what I basically got after I put on those effects. Just a slight difference. Basically all I did was just put on an EQ, Fruity Love filter, and then Pan 2, just like a nice little preset, something I like to do sometimes just to speed up the process. Now I'm going to go ahead and layer it with a bass and then a lead after that. Alright, y'all, so this is the lead that I got. I've really been trying to be creative, so I'm trying to use like different sounds, kind of step out my comfort zone. I'm not sure if it kind of sounds cool. Sounds cool to me, but it's this lead right here out of Adapt Serum Bank, Bartow and Synthetics. Shout out to them. But this is the pattern that I got. yeah, yeah, so it's simple. I like it. It's cool. I went ahead and also put on one of my presets that I'm working on. Alright, y'all, so I went ahead and changed the main melody sound from my bank to the Serum Bank, Adam Serum Bank again. I went ahead and changed it to this pluck called Etz Wilo, I guess you should say. I'm not sure, but it's like a mallet. This is what it sounds like. I'm not sure why I was feeling that, but I kind of am. So now I'm just gonna go ahead and add a bass. Alright, y'all, so I felt like the main melody was kind of like dry, so I went ahead and added crystallizer on it. I went ahead and turned down the mids to about 8.5%. Then I went ahead and put on Echo Boy, turned down the mids to about, where was it at? It was like 20%. I kind of just give it some more like extra feeling to it. It's what it sounds like now. It's what it sounded like before. Real dry and stuff. I just wanted more effects to it. I'm gonna go ahead and put on some EQ some of the low end out. There we go. Now, last but not least, what I'm going to go ahead and do is add a vocal, and it's pretty much down from that. I don't want to do too much to the melody. Alright, y'all, so next, all that I basically did was just went ahead and went into Arcade for the vocal. Obviously, I went to Hooked. It's a preset bank. I went to the preset called Together, I guess. Some weird word put together. But I went ahead and put in the key of D minor. That's the key that we're in. I kept everything the same. I'm probably going to mess with the hype a little bit. But this is the pattern that I got. I'm going to go ahead and turn one of these off. It's kind of tripping out my CPU.
Wait for me. Wait for me.
It's cool. Let's go ahead and mess with the hype, see if that does anything.
Wait for me.
That's kind of cool. I kind of like that. I'm gonna turn up the dirty hall. Maybe the fuzz delay. I like that. That's cool. Okay, so we're gonna go ahead and keep that. And actually, I know this was a melody tutorial I was originally planning, but I'm gonna go ahead and use my drum kit for y'all. You know, show y'all how to add some bouncy drums. So this is what a melody sounds like in total.
Wait for me.
Oh yeah, so that's that. I'm just gonna go ahead and save the FLP now. How I typically save them is I put them in a FLPs folder 2021. I don't think y'all can see the screen because I think it's just on FL, but I put in parentheses like the style that it's in. So I put virtual in parentheses. I put @ChaseVibez is my Instagram, so I put that as the first thing, so that way whoever uses it, they know. I put dash, and then I put like a name of it. I'm just gonna call this one Hills. Put the BPM, so 153 BPM, and then I put the key personally just because, you know, it just helps speed up the process with the producer. And that's basically that. Save it like that. And this is what it would look like whenever you pull it up as a loop. In the title, it would say virtual @ChaseVibez -Hills 153 BPM key B. What I typically do is I go ahead and already lay out like the template basically of like a song. So I do intro, hook, and then verse. And that's what I basically do. I know a lot of producers that you'll do your melodies like this, and there's nothing wrong with that. It's just personally some producers sent me loops like this, and it gets frustrating because like I'll have to like, it will play all the melodies at once in the beginning, and it just goes to one and then the next one, and I have to like lay out all of it. It's just a big waste of my time. So personally, that's just a good way, you know, to send out loops. A lot of other producers I work with agree. But yeah, let's just go ahead and get right into the drums. What I'm gonna do to speed up the process is go ahead and go over to the bass. I'm gonna do Control-C to copy it. I'm gonna go over to my drums pattern. I'm gonna drag in an 808 for my go-to drum kit. I already have a template for, you know, my personal self, but all these drums are gonna be for my go-to. All right, I'm gonna do Control-V to paste it in there. I'm gonna just pitch it up to where, you know, it sounds good. So I'm gonna go over here.
Wait for me. Wait for me.
just like that, I already got my 808 pattern that I'm gonna do. I'm gonna actually shorten this 808 to about 35%. I'm gonna do 40% actually. No, 38. So I'm gonna shorten this 808 to about 38%. Do Control C, Control V for the kick, Alt K to align everything on C. Turn the kick up so that way it hits. We'll do paste it in industry standard clap area. Now I'm gonna make a hi-hat, but I'm gonna preview some of these midis because in my go-to drum kit I have like 50 hi-hat midis that I've used in a lot of my beats. So this is what some of them sound like. I'm gonna shorten the hi-hat just so you know it's tighter, adds more bounce. Perfect. Another one. I got this one. Actually, this one. Last one I'm gonna show y'all, then I'm gonna make one for y'all. As y'all can see, like I really taken my time with all these hi-hat midis, so it's like literally every one that you drop in is gonna add bounce to your beat. Cause there's like a theory to everything. Like I know where to place rolls and stuff, so I'm just gonna go ahead and go in here, add some rolls, do some stutters and shit like that, and I'll get back with y'all. Alright y'all, so I went ahead and got done with the hi-hats. This is what they're sounding like. Yeah, so as y'all can hear, it's already pretty bouncy without me already adding snares and open hats and stuff. So I just added a roll right here just because it was right after the kick. I just add some bounce right here after the clap. I just basically, just over the years of making beats, I just learned like to listen more with my ear rather than like a visual thing. A lot of like producers has been doing this for a few years. They know exactly what I'm talking about. But as you can see, I added another roll right here, right before the clap. And I went ahead and actually turned down the velocity. Another thing I learned over time from making beats is messing with the velocity of your hi-hats really does a lot. And then added one roll right here, which is where I put a bounce snare right there, and I added another roll right here, and I'm gonna add another bounce snare. So just watch me do this real quick. As you can listen, it rolls right before the snare, so it leads into it. Just like that. Now I'm just gonna add an open hat right here, which is after this roll, and then the kick hits after the roll right there, and then the open hat. So I'm gonna go ahead and change my open hat to a shorter one actually. Listen, for this, I'm just gonna duplicate it like this. Just like that. And the beat's pretty much done. So I'm just gonna go ahead and arrange it actually, and I'm gonna export it, play y'all the final beat. Alright, my bad y'all. I just got back from grabbing my DoorDash order. I had to try out Bossa Nova. I don't know if you guys know this place out in LA. I have no idea if it's like a popular place or some shit. Alright y'all, so yeah, that's pretty much that for the video. Make sure to like, comment, and subscribe if you enjoyed. If you didn't, at least like the video please, I'd appreciate it a lot. But yeah, drums used for my go-to drum kit: 50 hi-hat midis, 10 open hat midis, mixing leveling presets for your drums to get your drums hitting industry standard. If y'all want to have industry ready drums, man, y'all go get that go-to drum kit available on drumify.com. I have the link in the description.